and so good to see you.
Thank you so much. Great to see you again.
We talk about an awesome set, Stranger Things. For that, just want to mention that you also done a Calypsburg, the exclusive, and you've done the big Harry Potter one last year. You're really on the run here. And this is Stranger Things. I haven't seen the series.
Okay.
It's out there on Netflix, but I built the set and it's really stunning. So, who asked you, hey, would you like to build this?
So we've obviously collaborated with Netflix before. I mean, for a long time we've had the Lego House documentary. We've had elves on there, and so now it's time to sort of champion one of Netflix's finest shows, which is Stranger Things. And so early last year, I got approached by Jamie Berard. He was gathering an elite team of designers to discuss what might Stranger Things be. And I was like, oh, Lego Stranger Things is the best day of my life, and my brain just exploded on the floor. The next day we had the meeting, I picked up my brain and we discussed and then came out with this concept sketch after a few things were discussed, and this sort of formed the basis of what might be. And this was designed by Esmond Flo, the sketch. And of course in the show, as you know and love, there's the right side up and the upside down. And we're like, oh, okay, upside down. Well, in the show, the upside down is represented by people sort of passing through walls. So that's okay, right? But I mean, that doesn't make a good Lego set, and I don't have room at home on my desk to show a really long house, so that'll never work. But what if we literally took the upside down as a literal thing to make a Lego set upside down? And here we are. This is what we're doing.
The most fun part of it was actually the marriage of both buildings. So, and this is such a great idea to put these elements here. Jamie told me, ask Justin about it, because he was helping you out in some ways. I read on the internet,
oh, really?
Facebook somewhere. Was it your idea, Jamie? Who came up with this solution?
Jamie did the rest. I said, let's do the carrot top in black. That was my contribution, and then took all the credit. No. So Jamie acted as the creative lead, so he gives us input as and when is needed. But pretty much the model is my baby. I got Mike Psyche to help on some of the structural.
Mike Psyche?
Yeah, Mike Psyche.
Oh, there is a long story after.
Okay. But Mike Psyche helped out on the structure and the angles, and then Adam Grabowski on the car.
Just a second here. Everybody's mentioned Mike Psyche. Yeah. Everybody. He's helping everybody. But he lost the second spot in my ranking. But this is a long story. Okay, here we go. But he's helping with the trees.
Yeah. So he basically bet me that I could never make the model into two trees. I was having 4 trees, or the chimney was longer, so it would touch the floor, and then also at one point there was a base, so then the chimneys would fit up into a point, so it would be a structural thing. And he's like, nah, that looks rubbish, you can do better. And so I tried, and then I built something, it fell apart, and then I rebuilt it. That's the beauty of Lego. And said, Mike, here we go, this is it. And he's like, you done good, boy. And it went back onto his rocking chair, and here we are.
I love this car, which is something. There's some nice building techniques here behind to get the shape. There's one sticker helping, but otherwise it's really good looking. The nice colors, and what I like when we flip it around this way. And this way. Perfectly. I would love to see if it would be deeper, but I understand why it's only this depth, because it must be stable. But it's incredible what you put inside. I mean, those are 8 studs, I think, and you put so much details inside. So this was fun actually to use every stud.
No, exactly, and I think that was the one thing, is the show is packed with so much details and so many Easter eggs, and we got a lot of reference from Netflix, so they gave us all the set dressing stuff. So, this is where the cup is placed, and the cushion is at this angle, and all the plans, and I mean, this is a real house in America, so we could then use Google Earth to try and figure out, how does it look, and had a lot of fun with it. And the problem was trying to cut out stuff, because we want to put way too much in, and then the figures can't be placed. So it's like, what can we remove to make it playable? And also, of course, you're moving it and picking it up, so we don't want it to be so heavy. So it needs to have some limit, and that's why it's not so wide and it's not so deep. But I mean, that's the beauty of Lego, is if you want it bigger, you can buy 2, build it bigger, right? That's the beauty of it.
And if you don't know the series and you think, why should I flip it around? I can tell you, the both houses, or at least this one, it looks great on your own. So it's a really good looking building.
Yeah. So that's the beauty of the set as well, is much like the kids in the show, they work together as a team. You get 2 building instructions, so you can work together. But yeah, you can build the house individually as its own part, and the same again, but in the right side up. And then, as you said, the marriage of the trees joint it together. But yeah, you can have the houses flat. So I imagine some mocks in the future of people just making all these houses in rows, like the sort of Edward Scissorhands style.
What is your favorite detail here of this whole build?
My favourite detail?
If you have to pick one spot.
One single one. I really enjoy the bushing, the technical bushing that's holding on the car. I mean, when we first designed the model, it was just a house. But then when we added the car, and it could be seen suspended upside down, that was like the money shot. That was like so good to see, and just really sold the idea of this is a set, and people really loved it.
So Stranger Things is out there. It's an awesome set, I have to say. I love it. And someday I have to watch the series as well. But just 2 or 3 more questions here about your history. I mean, you worked on Yellow Submarine, which is awesome. You worked on Harry Potter, the big castle one. I have to watch Harry Potter one day. But I still have built it. But I built Apocalypseburg 3 months ago. And this was a great building experience. And as I mentioned before, the face of your Statue of Liberty is one of the best things I've ever built in Lego. But I think you told me in the past you used to build faces.
Yes, yeah. So my background was I was a master model builder at Legoland, so I was there for 5.5 years building all the models that you see.
Before Lego?
Yes, before Lego, yeah. And I was tasked to build some of the heads. So I built Will and Kate for the royal wedding. I used to build just random sculptures and Sleeping Beauty on the fairy tale brook ride and stuff. So yeah, that was my main love and my main passion, is building people's heads. It sounds very weird, right? If you think about it, but someone has to do it, right?
And it's a lovely set. This is a lovely set. And now you can tell us here in front of the camera, what is your next big deal here?
Well,
Lego?
My next set is... you know, like really crackling. Yeah. No, hopefully I'm still working at Lego, and hopefully I'm still making amazing sets.
But you really enjoy those big ones, right?
I do. I mean, it takes a lot out of someone. I mean, you're giving it all your all. You're putting your heart and soul into it. I mean, this isn't just a 9 to 5 model. And like when I go home, I'm watching the series. I'm listening to the soundtrack while I'm on the drive home. I'm chatting with my girlfriend. Like, oh, maybe we could include this and this. And like, you invest so much. And that's not that you don't do it on the smaller sets. It's just because it's bigger, you would give more, right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, maybe I get a little break for a while and just work on the smaller sets. It also means that I can have chance to catch up, because at the end of the day I want to buy my own sets. So if I keep on making more expensive ones, I'm gonna be broke. Like, so yeah.
Justin, it's so good that we managed to talk, because this is after the final hour, I have to say. So the last one, the very last interview here. This is a lovely model. Apocalypseburg is still out there too, and even
and
if you
Castle as well, yeah.
Hogwarts Castle is out there, so all the DC2 stuff is out there. And last question here, this is a tiny one you could get in New York and London with preview events.
The building instructions, yeah, look. Yeah. So I don't know who was the designer on it. I didn't actually design this, so I can't call it as a Justin Ramsden classic, but whoever made it did a great job, so thank you so much. It was only available at that evening, so yeah, I'm sure you can buy the pieces on the usual channels, but yeah.
I know there was some discussion, why isn't it available? You can buy the bricks and build this thing on your own. This is tiny. Justin likes to build big. Yep. It was great to see you again. Hope to see you around next time. And next time we speak German. Einen schönen Abend.
Dankeschön. Tschüss.
Justin Ramsden here in Billund. Goodbye. See you next time.